رئیسا، آرمان ملکی، رائد حسن خزیر، علی جاسب، رضا محمد مهاوش، رضا محمد مهاوش، Thank you. خب خانم بهار رو خوندم، خداوردی مجید. قیاسفند غایب بود. I have to add وسن هاشم. حبه صبحی. علی صفا، صفا صدام، زهرا محمد. Okay, now I have all the students in my list who are present in this class. Thank you. Okay. Now ناطق عدنان، ناطق ناطق عدنان، عبدالصاحب القیتان. Why your names are so long? ناطق، عدنان، عبدالصاحب، قیتان. اینا نمیدونم چرا اسمشون انقدر طولانیه. اوکی. خب دوستان، یکی از بچه ها پیپرشون رو بخونم. Let me tell you. رضا محمد مهاوش، رضا محمد مهاوش. Please read your paper. Okay, no problem. Miss Nekuna. Yes.
Hello, doctor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mahawas. How are you?
How are you? I'm just fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mahawas, would you please read your paper? Upload it here. Okay.
Which one?
Your paper on identity. or
Identity. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
First of all, please upload your paper.
Sorry, doctor, but I don't know how to upload.
Um, I think you have to press this plus sign activities at the bottom of the page screen. You see the sign, plus sign. Click that.
Plus sign.
Yeah,
Where? Yeah, okay.
at the bottom
Okay.
of the page in
Yes, I found it.
okay, and choose the second. I think item.
Second?
I think yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and try to upload your paper. First of all, you have to choose it,
Yes, okay.
and,
No problem.
and then click upload. bargozari. You will see such a word there. Did you find it? If you cannot, please send it to Mona. Mona can upload
I
it.
think I think I sent it.
Okay.
I think I did it.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, First of all, I already named it as Who Am I? Do you hear me, doctor?
Yes.
Yes. Explain it or read it. Doctor, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Read it or explain.
Read it, please.
Yes, the implications of one's identity make it a defining factor that is not only very atmospheric and reflective of maybe our beliefs, values, and associations, but also has long standing implications beyond that. The way one chooses to define themselves is sometimes subject to project judgment or past. These can prove, sorry, there is some error, mistake, harmful in a professional environment due to loss outcomes. However, there can also be passive aspects to one's identity. In some instances, this may be in the uh, form of preferential treatment for someone with shared identity of achieved goal to some prior knowledge or skill that is a part of one's identity. When I think of how I define myself, I divide my social identity from three things stand out most: my identity as an Arabian, as a Muslim, and as a higher studies student. Each aspect of this social identity proves both opportunities and perils, but also have implications into my future and professional career. As I began to truly analyze and think through the effect of my identity, I'm uh, intrigued by the diversity in my own social circle. Naturally, race is the part of my social identity that is most often perceived by those around me where they assume correct, located or not. As an Arabian, I have submerged in two different cultures, and it has allowed me to form a unique balance of values, community, and experiences. My original language is Arabic, and learned English in the University of West, both of which have helped me from relationships as well as help people. In fact, after beginning studying at Azad University, I was appreciated by a student looking for information about Azad University and the fact that we both spoke Arabic create an easier, more fluid conversation and gave me more options to help him where there would otherwise uh, be a language barrier. Also, it created a, a clear connection and pace on which we related, make me more likely to put more effort into helping him. After days of communication, we changed the language of the dialogue between us from Arabic to English. 2 days ago, he called me back and told me that he had won a place in the universities, uh, in one of the universities in Iraq, and that he would complete them. So, who am I? I'm Rosa Muhammad Muhawish. I'm from Iraq, lives in the car. My father died before 6 months. I have I live with my mother, my wife, and my children. Holy Karbala and Najaf are our favorite places. We are used to go there visiting the infallible imams. I was born and raised in the car, and both of my parents are from the car. They both taught me to embrace my culture, but also respect other cultures. They taught me how to speak with others. They told me in most families in the men are more freedom than the women. The men can do whatever they want without telling anyone, but the women must ask for permission for every single thing. My parents believe that bad things may happen to us if we go out alone, and I respect my.
You are disconnected, sir. Sir, your voice is disconnected. Sir, can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me? Yes, of course, Reza Muhammad. Complete your paper. Um, okay, Reza Muhammad, no need to continue reading your paper. Just tell me which mode of development have you
Sorry,
chosen to
sorry,
write your
doctor.
paper? Reza
Sorry,
Muhammad,
doctor.
listen to me,
I'm
please.
sorry. I'm so sorry because the bad connection in Iraq, as you know,
Okay, no
I
problem.
lost I lost the internet. So,
Okay,
um,
Mahavesh, I'm
yes,
asking you a question. Okay, my question is that what is the topic or the, let's say, thesis statement of your paper?
sorry, doctor.
What is the thesis statement? Please underline it.
What is my thesis?
Thesis statement. I told you about the main idea of a paragraph, which is called thesis statement. What is the
Okay, doctor.
thesis statement of your paper? Show
Okay,
me.
doctor.
Show me.
Uh, okay, doctor. We have, as you know, the title is about identity, and each one should have a very, I should have to, should have to know or to know
No, no,
the the other cultures.
excuse me, just show me the thesis statement. The main idea, which line, which sentences are your thesis statement? Maybe the first, okay?
Sorry, doctor, I can't hear you clearly.
Sir Mahavesh, I told you whenever you are writing a paper, first you have to determine your thesis statement, the main idea in your paper. What is the main idea? What is the main idea of your paper? You have to express your main idea in one or two sentences.
Okay, doctor. Uh,
Which one is your main idea?
the main idea
Oh my God.
of the essay.
Yes, yes. What is the main idea of your essay?
Uh,
Which sentence or which sentences show that?
show the main idea of the. Okay.
My second question, um, which mode of development have you used to write your paper? Have you used narration, description, example, what?
Sorry, doctor, I can't hear everything.
Can you hear me, Mahavesh? Mahavesh, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, doctor, I hear you, but I can't understand what you are talking about. I'm sorry.
Mahavesh, I told you two times next, I'm in previous session and this session, I told you about the main idea, about the thesis statement, and also I explained 9 modes of development. And I told you, whenever you are writing your paper, you have to choose one of them. Okay, now my question is that, what is your main idea in your paper? And my second question is that what is your mode of development? The dominant mode of development, the strategy, the technique you have used to write your paper.
Okay. Uh, doctor, I write this essay about identity, and I try to show how the lecture connected between the languages. As you know, my original language is Arabic, and I used to talk or to speak English with friends, with different friends. These things maybe maybe can connect it with the other cultures.
Okay, but you see, you have to conclude what you have said in a in a in a concluding paragraph, but we do not have it. Okay.
This
And the,
is the
and the
first.
most important problem in your paper is that it seems that there are two writers. The first one is very skillful writer, which has written this line. I'm showing you. Um, this is not your sentence.
This is not from me, yes, doctor.
Okay, that is very clear.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I wanted to tell you the half of the first stanza, the half of the first paragraph. Sorry,
Okay,
it's not from me.
okay.
But the other I but the other paragraphs I used some books or
Okay.
short
Whenever,
essays.
Mahavesh,
Yes, doctor.
whenever you are using sentences, statements of other people, you have to put comma quotation like
I don't have any idea about that. Sorry.
like this,
Okay. I'll do it next time, inshallah.
and put the statement between these. I cannot write it with like this. بچه‌ها خیلی سخته این کار. Okay, comma quotation.
Quotation, small quotation
Yeah,
up to
quotation. Okay, like
yes,
this. And put
yes.
your sentence here, and you finish it, and between parentheses, write the name of the person and page number here.
Okay.
Okay.
At the end of the paragraph or the line.
No, each sentence you quote from others. Okay.
Okay.
Um, Another thing is that you have overloaded your paper with information about yourself, but there is no coherence. You have to say something, you have to develop it, and then have a conclusion at the end of your paper here. No
Yes,
conclusion. What is the conclusion of your paper? Nothing.
yes.
And
That's right.
there are some problems in I mean mistakes, grammatical mistakes in your sentences, which tells us that the person who has written the first sentence is different from the person who is reading or is I'm sorry, writing the rest. Okay.
Yes. Doctor, as you know, we
It is
didn't used
good.
to write
It is very
such a
good
thing.
that you try to write it yourself. That's good. And other thing is that, okay, you have tried to tell about your own identity, but by identity, I meant general, not the personal, your personal identity. Okay, but anyway, that is a good that you have tried to write it. Okay,
Okay.
at the end, you have introduced yourself. I'm from Iraq. What does it mean, Iraq lives?
Sir, I'm from Iraq, lives in the car.
We cannot say that I'm from Iraq lives. Who lives? This is
Yes, this is
third person, he or she. You
yes.
are saying I.
This
I'm
is
from
yeah,
Iraq and I live in Tikar, if I pronounce it
in the car.
Tikar. Okay.
Yes.
So lives is for third person. I is the first person. Okay. So no coherence between these two. Um, my father dead. There is no verb here. Okay, you have to put a verb here after father. And I live my mother, my wife, and my children. Holy Kabbalah and Najaf are our favorite places. Okay, they are used. Okay, I was born and raised in Campus and the things are from. Okay, and okay. Um, so, but okay, even here you have a problem. You see, they told me
Yes.
in most family,
Yes.
even families, in most of the families, or the men are more freedom. No, has more freedom. Has.
Yes, has or have.
You have to write men are free.
Have more
More
freedom,
free
yes.
than women. More free than women, or has more freedom.
I just compare between the man and the woman.
No, you see, you are telling about differences in two cultures, and then you have shifted to tell us the, something about your own culture without
Yeah.
explaining the other culture, I mean, English culture. So if you are comparing two cultures, you have to tell us about them, okay? But you are not
Okay.
doing that. Just you are overloading information about your life without any planning. Okay, thank you. But you have written it
But,
by yourself. That's good. Thank you so much.
sorry, doctor, you have to say this is the a very good essay because it has never taken I hasn't it or I have never taken it from the internet, just the half of the first paragraph.
Okay, thank you.
I
Thank
depend
you.
on myself.
That's good. This is the first step, Mahavish. You have started to
Yes,
write it by yourself, but you are not
inshallah.
you are you are not still a good writer. Okay, you have to try.
Okay,
Okay?
inshallah.
Yeah, practice.
Thank you.
Practice. Okay,
Thank,
thank you. Thank
thank you, doctor. Thank you very much.
you. Mahavish. Mm. Mona Muhammad Hassan, please upload your paper.
Sorry, doctor, do you talk to me?
Thank you, Muhammad Mahavish. Let's Mona upload her paper.
Thank you, thank you. Sorry, doctor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you hear me, Miss?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know how to upload it. When I go to the plus
Mahavish,
plus
please
sign.
tell her. Mahavish, please tell her how to upload her paper.
Okay, I'll go to the plus sign. Okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Choose the second.
what should I do?
Choose the second item.
Okay, this is the second. Okay.
Okay, then one page opens. Do you see?
Okay, identity.
Then you have to choose your paper.
Okay.
Open your browser, choose it, and then use this uploading or bargozari. I wrote it for you.
I think I did it.
I hope. Reza Muhammad Mahavish, would you please tell her how to upload her
Yes,
paper? Please
yes,
tell her
doctor.
in
Yes,
Arabic.
yes,
Tell them in Arabic, please.
yes, doctor. Yes. منى اكو على جهة اليمين اكو زائد، نقرين على الزائد
وبعدين رحت
يطلع
وبعدين
ثلاث
رحت على
اختيارات.
اوكي رحت
يطلع
للثاني واختارت
زين، طلع لك مربع بالوسط.
ايه اختاريت
مربع.
البحث مالتي ايدنتيتي، وبعدين وين اروح وراها بعد ما اختاره؟
اكو طبعا 3 علامات، ان الريسايكل بن، واكو علامه الصح وعلامه ما اعرف شنو الثالثه. تقرين على
اوكي
الصح
اروح
راح
للص. اوكي اعطيتها الصح، وبعدين انطي تأييد اخر شيء؟
راح يطلع تحميل. طلع عندك تحميل على الملف، نعطيه تأييد.
لا لا ما طلع تحميل.
اكو الصح، دست الصح.
اي
اي. اكو تأييد جوا.
ما تأييد فوق.
تأييد فوق، لا هي تطلع جوا التأييد، مو مشكله. ادوس التأييد فوق وشوف هسه لا تغير.
سويتها دزين.
بعد ما متغير.
زين على الايدنتيتي بي اف لو ديفولت بي دي اف؟
لا لا، الا PDF.
اي منو الاولى لو الثانيه؟ الخيار الاول لو الثاني؟ اكو
وين
الخيار
هذا؟
الثاني
وين هذا؟
ايدنتيتي
عندك
اللي هي
بالحاسب
مع علامه الصح. دا اضغط صح ما يصير.
لا، انت اختاريتي الملف ورفعتيه فوق الرفق.
اي
يطلع عندك
اختاريت. من
علامه الريسايكل بن، يطلع لك علامه الصح.
اي طلعوا كلهم.
تدوسين على
واضغط
الصح.
صح ما يصير، ما يحمل.
ما يحمل، اذا هو مو PDF.
لا بي دي اف سويته.
ما
هسه
اعرف
ادز
والله.
اللي هي على اي
اوكي. Sorry doctor, she has a problem with uploading the
Can you do it for
PDF.
her? Mahavesh, receive her PDF, her file, and you do it, please.
Yes, I told her that to upload it as a PDF. She already uploaded it as a PDF, but she has a problem. I think she will send it to you.
أنا دزيت الياه، أقول لها رضا دزيت الياه.
دزيتي على
Send it
الإيميل؟
to WhatsApp, please. We do not
أو
have time, okay?
على الواتساب منى.
Mona,
أوكي أوكي
please.
أوكي أوكي بس
Okay.
يس أوكي.
And send it to the group. The students can see it, okay?
يس.
To your group, okay? Both to me and to the group.
Yes, miss, I send it, but I think I have a problem.
There's something there. No. Let me check it. No, I have not received it.
No,
Send it
I
again,
send it.
please.
Okay,
Try it once more.
I sent it. Yes, miss, I sent it.
I have not received anything from your side.
On WhatsApp.
Yes.
I sent it on
I
WhatsApp.
got it. I got it. Okay. Okay. You can present your paper. Ma'am, yes. First of all, Mona, I told you, please, determine a title for your paper. Like Mahavesh, for example, he had written, "Who am I?" That was a title of his paper, but you have written identity, okay? Identity is only the subject, the topic, okay? But you have to write proper, title for your paper, showing the main idea of your paper. Can you hear me, Mona? Mona.
Sorry, doctor, do you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, miss. Yes.
Mona, please. I read your paper.
Yes, miss. I can hear you. Yes.
You read your paper, Mona.
Yes, yes. Identity. Yes. I talk about the identity in general. Therefore, I didn't put a title or any other title.
Okay, go on.
Yes, yes. A term used to describe the concept of a person and its expression of his individuality and his relationship with the groups. And the term identity is used especially in psychology or a group from others. And talking about the identity of people or a nation is talking about certain historical, linguistic, and psychological characteristics that separate a group of people from other groups. These characteristics are product of an interaction between traditions and culture that have accumulated for a long time.
Okay. Your voice is gone.
Anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I complete it?
Of course. We are waiting for you.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I will complete. Cultural waves and civilization models, meaning identity is not formed as a result of the desire to live and build together, but rather as a result of a situation created by history. So it is not something static, as it is the product of movement and succession. Hence, the people of the world have been keen since the beginning of humanity until this day to perceive their distinction and unequalness socially, nationality, and culturally. So I cared about having an identity that helps rise the status of their individuals and societies. And the extensions of identity contributed to increasing awareness of cultural and social.
We cannot hear you, man.
Yes, miss, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, complete. Society is the first factor affecting the building of identity as it contributes to building it on the nature of the environment surrounding them. Individuals are affected by the behaviors of the previous generation and make them feel belonging
Okay,
and
Mona,
connected.
sorry for interrupting you. Would you please tell us what is the thesis statement of your paper? I mean, the main idea. The main idea of your paper and which mode of development?
Yes, I talk about, yes, I can hear you. I talk about the identity in general, the identity of a human being in general.
Okay, what do you say about that identity as a whole? I mean, the general identity. What do you state about that? Can we choose our identity consciously? No. And what is this? To contribute to building himself? To contribute to building. What is to here? At the end of your paper. And the final line is not clear for me. I cannot, get the point of the final line of your paper. The land is not an absurd and conflicting existence, but rather an integrated dialogue that builds each other. Nonsense. It does not make sense, I think. Miss Mona. Okay, please listen to me. Try to write, um, a clear paper, not complicated, concepts which neither you nor your reader understand that. Okay? Use simple sentences, but be careful about your writing, strategy. Make your statement, main idea clear for the reader, and then please develop it using some paragraphs, and then conclude. Have a conclusion for your paper. Thank you, Ms. Mona. Any volunteer from Iranian students? Pegah Majidi, are you ready? Pegah Majidi, why don't you answer me? خانم مجیدی حضور غیاب میکنم یکی رو مینویسی ولی سوال میکنم جوابی نمیدی یعنی چی؟ خداوردی شما هم همینطور. آقای دوستانی هم که کلاس رو ترک میکنن حواسشون باشه که من اسمشون رو غیبت میزنم از این به بعد. If you leave the class, after I check your presence, well, it means that you are not in the class. You have not been in the class. مثل آقای ملکی مثلا میاد و بعد میذاره میره. خانم نکونام آماده هستید شما؟ بله خانم خداوردی، من امروز بارها شما رو صدا زدم، هیچ کدوم از شما جواب نمیدید. خانم نکونام پیپرت آماده است. Is your paper ready, Miss نکونام؟ Okay, upload it please. Upload your paper, Miss نکونام, please. Excuse me, dear student.
Hello, Miss. Sorry,
Okay.
it takes a while that I want to activate my microphone and I have to upload my file. So which of them do you want me to upload it?
Identity. Dear students, all the students, please listen to me. You have to determine the thesis statement. I'm a main idea of your paper. Okay, the same paper, identity. Okay, the students who have not wrote their paper in the class, please.
Yes.
شما upload کن. You have to determine your mode of development. So next week, you will read your paper on identity, but you have to tell me what is the main idea of your paper first. First, what is the title? What is the title of your paper? Second, you have to be able to answer my question regarding the main idea of your paper. Third, you have to tell us what is the mode of development in your paper. Have you used narration? Have you used description? Have you used cause and effect, classification, division? Which mode have you chosen? Okay, thank you. Have you chosen? Miss Nekunam, please.
Okay, first of all, I actually forgot to change the title. That was my bad. I actually meant the definition of identity, or what identity means. That is my title. I think I forgot to write it here. So the title is not just identity, it's what identity means. Who or what somebody or something is. Someone's identity is their name or who they are. If you look up the word identity in Oxford or Longman Dictionary, the sentences above are what you come across as a definition to the word. The meanings seem quite understandable and easy to relate to. But the puzzling part is how each person identifies himself, and whatever our identity can be affected or changed during lifetime, or it is something permanent. To begin with, we have to clarify two types of identities: personal identity and social identity. Each of us is born with some features and qualities that later on can be defined as our identity. For example, race, skin color, sexuality, and etc. As we grow up, we get more in touch with our surroundings and our characteristics can be shaped or completed by the society. But that does not mean being affected by society can change who we truly are. We set goals for our lives and try to achieve them using the possible tools. For instance, think about a paralyzed or disabled person. The society may think just because he is not like the others, he should be left alone or cannot go through difficulties. But the pride he has and the way he sees himself is not what others see. He considers himself as a complete soul, so he will not let anyone think less of him by proving them wrong. Another example can be a homosexual who has no choice but to hide his sexuality because he is not yet accepted. But sooner or later, he shows the true self and reveals what had been hidden so long. Now that we know about personal identity, let's have it in a bigger scale, which is society. People who have same personalities try to find each other and be connected. They make communities, groups, and organs to share what they have in common. This is how they refer to themselves as us. Like when you're in a foreign land and you hear someone speaks your mother tongue. That's when you try to communicate with that person because you share one same identity, or when you try to become a member of a group that follow the morals you seek. As much as you seek people with same features, you can be attracted to the ones with opposite characteristics. And here is the time when you use the word them, but you still affect them and get affected by them. To sum up, we can know that answering what identity really is still an enigma. to most of us, but we can say that we cannot just consider it from one point of view or say that there is only one there is one definition. Sorry, there's one definition to that. What we know is that it goes to both self and society and should be interpreted within those two aspects. So to clarify who you are, you have to give a definition. Sorry, you have to define yourself. I made a mistake here. You have to define yourself as an individual and as a member of society. How you see others and how they see you.
There's a problem here.
Do you hear me?
No, I don't see your paper now.
Well, because actually you took the access. Okay. Here I'm sharing if it shows. Sorry, take some time. I think my connection is not good enough. Okay. So,
Is this the final part of your paper or what?
yeah, the last part was the conclusion, the last paragraph.
To sum up?
Right, yes.
Okay. 2 lines to the end of your paper, you have written, so to clarify who you are, you have to give it, define yourself. What do you mean?
Actually, I said it while I was reading. I said there was actually grammatical, there was mistyping. I meant you have to give a definition of yourself, or you have to define yourself as an individual. You have to define yourself. There was give a, that is extra. I forgot to just correct it.
Okay. Now, would you please tell us what is the mode of development in your paper?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Which mode of development have you chosen to write your paper?
More relevant, I don't know.
You don't know,
What do
but
you mean?
you have to know. You have to define, determine your mode and then try to write it, based on one dominant mode of development. For example,
Maybe we can say, for example, description, or definition, giving definitions. Because
okay.
here I'm trying to actually define what identity actually means, and then I just gave some examples. So maybe it can be both giving definitions by.
And another thing is that at the beginning of your paper, you are not supposed to bring such a long, quotation. It is not customary to bring quotation at the beginning of your paper, okay?
Sure.
Or somebody's or something, okay? This is
All right,
not
thanks.
the correct way to, open your paper. And another thing is that some of your paragraphs are indented. I don't know why. We do it when we are quoting from someone else or some sources. So why you have indented your first paragraph and the last paragraph? I mean, your concluding paragraph. And
Actually, I think I justified it, but as I said, yeah, I tried to fix the problems. I don't know, maybe just it was a slip of a hand, because I tried to just check it again and fix all those grammatical problems or those dictation problems. And also I tried to justify it, but maybe I forgot. I thought I did it, but I forgot it. Sorry.
And another problem with your paper is that we do not have, as I told you, we do not have any paragraph with 1 or 2 sentences. At least you have to include 3 sentences in the paragraph. In paragraph, beginning with another example, you see, you've written another example can be homosexual who has no choice but to hide his sexuality. And what is this format? We cannot do anything with that.
Well, actually,
Are you sharing your screen with us or what?
I'm sharing the screen, yeah, because I couldn't upload the
No,
file.
please share the PDF format of your paper so that
It is
I can show you. Okay, I
Yeah.
cannot do anything here. Okay, no access to hence
And
the
you know, ma'am, actually, I sent this the first session you said it, so that's why I didn't, you know, apply the things you said afterwards to it, because I wrote it before. It was like weeks ago. That's why I couldn't actually use all the formats you said
okay.
in my writing.
Anyway, we are going to correct papers so that finally we have a good paper for each of the students. Okay. Thank you
Right.
so much. Thank you, Ms. Nekunam.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you.
for the next week, please, the students who have read the papers on identity work on media, okay, and answer my questions, okay. Thank you so much. See you next week. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.